everybody. So I thought I'd come on and talk about, why the Matrix wants to keep you caged in. Why does it want to keep you caged in? Like, what is the meaning? Like, why would they want to cage us in here? So, people love control. I've noticed that in this reality, is that people love control. And they love to control others. They love to control their mind. They love to control the way they do things. They like to control basically every fragmented parts of you, right? Because if you're docile, and if you are incompetent to think for yourself, you're easily to be turned and steered down a direction that they want to steer you in. So this is what's happening today, is that people are waking up and they're realizing that we are confined in a controlled system. And this controlled system is just like, the Matrix movie. Basically, we're Neo and Trinity, and we're waking up and we're realizing that we have, powerful gifts, and, we have, wisdom, very wise wisdom. And when this sick society knocks you out of it, they can fill your mind with whatever they want. That's why you have to go through this schooling programming. So these fallen angels, they fell, right? They fell, and now they just want to take over God's children, the 144,000. The 144,000 are of God's bloodline. So that's like his, it's not even bloodline, it's just we are of his energy, the 144,000 energy, because God amplifies at the 144 sequence. And so as we align to it, we start awakening our gifts, and we start seeing this world, like the layers start falling off, and we start seeing everything for what it is. And then most of us are just like, oh my gosh, well, now what am I supposed to do, right? Now what am I supposed to do now that I just seen, outside of the box, outside of the black cube of Saturn? That's what the box is, the black cube of Saturn. They brought their Saturnalia, their controlled system here, and that's what the black box is for, is basically saying that you are confined in a box and you're not allowed to think outside a box, and it's black, there's no light in it, so that means that you're just in the darkness the whole time. That's what a black cube is, right? That's why when you graduate and you wear the cap, the black cap up top, it's locking down the knowledge, locking the information down, so that way they can have it. And then we get stuck with what? Shit. Junk DNA. So we get stuck with the junk DNA. And then they can just go and do whatever they want. The ones that are in control of this are the Freemasons. Okay, and they're in every city, every town, every state. Just look on Google Maps and type in Masonic lodges near me, and a bunch will pop up. And I bet you it'll be really close to your house, because they are everywhere. They're everywhere. They're fucking everywhere. So then it ties into the Illuminati. The Illuminati, right? Because they're little fucking nuts. Little fucking nuts for doing what they're doing. So they're tied into the Illuminati, and then which ties into the Knights Templar, the Knights of Maltese, the Knights of Malta. And this is like basically it's like this Three Musketeers, like, they're the musketeers on, I guess guarding the 144,000 bloodline. They don't want us waking up, so they put their handlers in our life, and they put so many in our life. And they knew, they tried very hard. They spent billions upon trillions, just an infinite amount of money to keep you asleep. To keep you asleep and to keep you dormant, keep your energy dormant, keep you all fucking out of whack, right? They give you poison in your food, poison in the water, poison in the sky, you know, fucking, it's everything. This whole realm is just built off a sociopath's mind. That's what it really is. It's a sociopath's mental mindset. And if you look at this realm through basically like a psychopath, you'll start unlocking the codes and the frequencies. And you'll realize that this is, it's false. And it's there to keep you, asleep in a controlled system. Did you have any relatives, family members, you know, harm you when you were younger? Did you get abuse? You know, did you have weird paranormal activity happening in your house? Like very weird stuff. This is what they do. These are the Freemasons. They're interdimensional beings. Interdimensional beings. And they took our technology. They took the technology and they used it for themselves. They were jealous of us. They wanted to steal our light and our shine. So they got jealous because God, I don't know, I guess, made his new creation and they got jealous. Right? So which angel fell? What, you know, it's just crazy. It's insanity. Then you have the Triad Claw. The Triad Claw. And, you know I keep talking about the Triad Claw, but it seems that I have triggered a hornet's nest. A hornet's nest. Hello. Hi, Stacy. Stassi. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. So, they created a hornet's nest. Do you know anyone that likes wearing yellow and black? Yellow and black? Got to start researching. If you look in Whistler, Canada, and pull up, you'll see that there's a Merlin Express. There's a whole bunch of stuff up there in Whistler, Canada. And Trump and his family, they went there and they spent $66,000 to take their family up there for I think it was like a 4-day vacation. And so start researching into Whistler, Canada. There's also Whistler's mother. So you research Whistler's mother because Whistler's mother has the word hit L-E-R, okay? It has that word in it, okay? And they are affiliated with Operation Paperclip because they had the 1600, you know, NAZI, whatever, came here and infiltrated into the USA. And when they infiltrated this, and actually the Operation Paperclip is called Triad Claw, TRIAD-CLAW, Triad Claw. And it's their gang sign. Here, let me do it for you. All right, this is what it is. When you start seeing this, they're a fucking gang. And you run as fast and as far away from them because they're here to keep the matrix alive. And they're here to deceive you, be dishonest. Why don't you start looking at pictures? Pull up pictures in your life. Go ahead. Go start looking at pictures and start looking when you were younger and start seeing. You're like, now that we have the eyes, right? Now that we saw everything, we just studied for the past, I've studied for like 5 years, right? All their Illuminati shit. Now I see it. So now when I look at pictures, I can see the same shit because they took the 144,000 and they put us in their fucking families. And then they stole our fucking light by abusing us, by putting us down and doing all this crazy stuff to us. Like, that's what they did. And then we started waking up, and what happened? I bet you started waking up and you started getting targeted, right? Did you get targeted? And, you know, your whole life go out of whack and it went crazy and, you know, you started becoming a targeted individual. You became, you had started having gang stalkers, right? So now and they're called handlers. So they need to distort your reality. So that way you stay confined to the matrix because they need you. This fucking matrix doesn't work without you. And when you put your mind into it and you start creating things for them, it gives them power. And then they can create this realm. So now that you see everything, right? So now that you're realizing, oh shit, like, the whole system's fucked, right? It's just everything. Like, think of everything. It's just all fucked. Like, there ain't one thing that is good. And you need to start realizing this because you don't want to get deceived. So this Triad Claw, all right? I got banned on Facebook for posting about Triad Claw. And I bet you they're going to start banning me on this thing too. So I'm going to try to pump out as much information as I possibly can so you can use your best discernment for when the time comes for you and your timeline. Because it's going to come and you're going to have to make some really hard choices. But that will make a better choice for you in the outcome, right? It just sucks. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. Like, I am just 12,000 people that I was, just I don't know, helping out, and just gone. I have so many friends that I would speak to, so many friends gone. I have no idea. Like, I don't remember all their names, and my whole account, from 2008 is just gone. My past 5 years of my awakening, gone. How fair is that? Just gone, right? Now I'm going to wait for YouTube, right? I'm going to wait for them to shut me down here, right? So that way they just want to back me into a corner. I am being backed into a corner. And it sucks. It absolutely sucks. And it's not right, and it's not fair. And I am being threatened by family members. I am being threatened, literally threatened. Especially losing my children with that. It ain't right. Because I'm coming out and I'm speaking about their shit. And they don't like it. So they want to silence me. Yeah, I've been seeing... Okay, so Stassi said, I've been seeing the claw for a while now, especially with celebrities. And it's 8/31 when you said that. That's actually my next tattoo I want to get. I have 2 tattoos, 11/11 and 4/4/4. And my next one I'm going to do 0813. And you just message with that time, I guess. Anyway. But yeah, so all the celebrities, they are, you can now see what the Triad... I need to get a computer. Like, I need to get a computer so that way I can start pulling this stuff up and we can just sit here together, all of us, and we can start looking at, the fucking Triad Claw. And then we could say, oh, wow, everyone's a part of it, right? Because I have pictures of all presidents, every president. All of them. There ain't one left out. This is all part of the chess game, right? It's a chess game. It's like a dad and a son are playing chess game, and the father, always wins. But then one time a son won, right? And now it's like shit's on. So, but getting back to the Triad Claw, guys, you got to start posting about it. We have to stand strong because I hit a hornet's nest with that Triad Claw. And they ain't fucking happy with me at all. So I'm just going to stand in my faith. And I'm going to stand in hope. Because God woke us up for a reason, right? We woke up for a reason. So he's not going to leave us high and dry. There's going to be like, it's all divine timing. It's divine timing. It's going to be, everything's going to happen when it's meant to happen, just like your life, right? Look at your life. Hasn't God been showing you? He's been sending in like the angels and the guardian angels and like things that happen. You're like, oh my God, like I can't believe that just happened. I was just thinking that, or I needed that, right? Because God's waking you up. God's putting you back into spirit. He's taking you out of the illusion and putting you back in spirit, putting you back in His word and His grace and His honor and His loyalty. That's what's happening, and they're pissed because the God aspect, we're all waking back up. Or the frequency, the 144,000 frequency is waking up. And as we shift higher, you know what happens as we shift higher? They have to change. They have to change. And they don't want to fucking change. And so they're going to try doing whatever. They're going to be a bully. They're going to be the biggest bully of your life. The biggest bully. Imagine a bully. Well, guess what? You're going to start experiencing more of them. And it's going to be more often, and they're going to get even more bullier. But we got to stand strong. Because why? Because we don't play like that. We're not like them. But I'm almost 40 years old. I'm like, dude, I want to just, relax out of the matrix and, just go, I don't know, dance among the stars. I'm like, just leave me alone. Like if you want to control somebody, control yourself. And you guys can all stay down here. They know it's coming. They know it's coming. When? I have no idea. Zero. I have no idea. And I'm just like, I want it to be faster, but again, everything is in divine timing. Your brother blocked you? Yeah. My whole family, my entire family blocked me. I don't talk to nobody because they were all one of them. It's fucking nuts. It is nuts. And then when you come out and you start, speaking vocally about this, then it's just like you're being considered as crazy. You're delusional. You're money hungry, right? They just throw anything at you, right? To make you go crazy, right? They want to trigger you. So that way you do become crazy, right? So that way you get into your feelings and your emotions, right? Because our emotions do what? They get the best of us sometimes. I know they get the best of me. Like I'm from New Jersey. All right, I'm from New Jersey. I had to grow up in the heart of New Jersey where you had to be a fighter. You had to be a fighter or you just basically were like, just out of there. And I had to fight for my life in Phillipsburg, New Jersey. It was hard. And I think that's what happened today. It just made me be a fighter today because I saw what that world was and I didn't want a part of it. And I tried so hard to, break myself free from, abuse and trauma. And I had to teach myself. You know how hard that is to teach yourself when you have experienced nothing but trauma your whole entire life? And you have to break free from it. And you have to teach yourself because no one was there to teach you. Not a single person. They were all trying to just manipulate you and just, mind control you, MK Ultra you, fucking putting their spell work on you. It ain't right. It ain't right. Like, but the 144,000, we had to go through this. There's so many of us that, not many, there's like 144,000. So we just need to stand in our power. Okay, stand in your power and don't allow them to bully you. Okay, think of yourself as like the grandma. Think of yourself as a grandma and being like, children, you need to settle down and now you got to put your foot down for them. Okay. But anyway, the Triad Claw thing. You should also research about the Umbrella Corporation. It's the sister company. Every president. They had an umbrella. So when they walk out of the Air Force One, there's always an umbrella. There's a black one. Every president does it. And then on the grassy knoll with JFK, there's a black umbrella there. The guy in a suit was wearing, he was wearing a black suit and he had a black umbrella at the assassination. Then you had George Floyd. The guy that started the riots had a black umbrella. And you can see pictures. You go on the internet and look at pictures, and you can see him dancing all, crazy, looking like, like clockwork orange. And he was just dancing like just crazy looking. And he's the one who started the riots, was the guy with the black umbrella. Research. And then you have what? You got Resident Evil. You got, songs. You got like the umbrella, Ella, and but it goes deep. It goes very, very, very deep, very deep. And Operation Paperclip is in our backyard, basically. It's in our backyard. It's actually in our house. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, first of the year, and I'm already booted off of Facebook. So, who knows what's going to happen next? All right, Stassi, I completely believe you. I understand everything you are saying. Well, thank you. Because we are going to have to stand together and stand united. Because if we don't stand united, then it's going to be us against them. And we're going to be doing it single-handedly, not together. So we need to come together. Like, why are we allowing them to fucking do this to us? Especially children. Children. Like, come on. You don't, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Because their inner child is hurt and damaged right now. And so now they're taking it out on us because they didn't have parents that loved them and took care of them. Instead, they had sexual abuse. And when that sexual abuse happened at a very young age, a baby age, it fucked with their mind. And then it took them out of, the two-sided, hemispheres that they're supposed to operate in, and they put them to the one side, which I think is the left brain? And it put them into the left, and then that comes from what? Control, the ego, and, narcissism. And then you have the right side, which is what? Like, it's just empathy, right? It's like empathy. You're supposed to have a balance, and there's not a balance. It's not a balance. So what I am personally doing is being a mother to them, because they obviously need a mother. They need a mom that gives them that hug, holds their hand, has them cry, Yeah, Stasi, no wonder God said to forgive them all. Yes, they don't know, they don't know, what was that saying? Oh my gosh, for they don't know what they do. Oh, I can't remember that saying. We have to forgive them because it's not their fault. When you're this awake, okay, when you're this awake, you start seeing it as generational trauma. I don't look at them as individually. I look at them as the pain that they went through and who gave that to them. And this is why they are the way that they are today. And they don't know how to heal and change, right? Because they're not going to come look to us to change because we're an enemy to them. So they're going to do anything just to shut us down because they are always in the right and we have always been in the wrong to them. That's how a narcissist looks at things. The narcissists think that, they're pompous. They think their shit don't stink and everything. It's always about them. It's always about them, right? It's never about anyone else. And they're just God's gift to humanity. But just watch. There is going to be a lot of distractions coming out. A lot of more big plays are going to be coming out. I think what was that guy's name? Oh my gosh, what was that guy's name? T something, he just got arrested. But the way he was holding his hands, it was Masonic. You have to know these. That's why God has showed you, however long it took, whatever your awakening was, God gave you insight on their realm. So that way, when this came to today, we will be able to see the symbolism. So now you have to start using discernment. Don't just look at it and look at everyone's comments. No, screw what everyone else has to think and say. Go within. Start trusting you more. You have to trust yourself. This is an individual awakening where you have to trust yourself. Trust it. Because if you don't trust it, you're going to get deceived. Good. I'm glad. See, Stasi, see, we got it, dude, because God called us and we picked up the phone and we answered. And it wasn't a fucking conference call. It was an individual call with God. And whatever your awakening is with God, that's what you need to do for your special mission. Just like me, I have my special mission to do. We all have a special mission, all of us, even the sleepers, and they don't even know it. It's funny, right? It's actually pretty fucking funny because when you see it, when you're that awake and you see it, and you're just like, their souls are guiding them. Do you not see that? Their souls are guiding them. Their souls don't want to live like this anymore. They just don't know how to change. Their soul is literally guiding them to an awakening. And it's going to be a fucked up awakening for them. Really fucked up. It's going to be like double dose Dark Night of the Soul. And I'm going to be we're going to be watching. We're going to be like, oh shit. We're going to be like, don't go that way. As we're up in the clouds, we're like, don't go that way, don't go that way. And they're going to go that way. We're like, dude, we told you, we were throwing you breadcrumbs not to go that way, right? We're just going to watch them go fucking crazy down here while we're just sitting up there all fucking shooting shits and giggles, right? As, the whole fucking earth explodes because they can't get their shit together. And all the dumbs that they, you know, the DUMBS that they have, you know, I guess made, whatever, they think they're gonna go down there. Dude, they ain't even gonna make it down there. Go look into, all right, look at 2008. Okay, I was going through my awakening. Look at, there was a derailment, a train derailment, and it was filled of Republicans, okay? Filled of Republicans. And the train was heading to Virginia, I believe it was. And the garbage truck was on the railroad tracks. And I guess the train hit the garbage truck, and it had all these family members of the Republicans in there. It was Republican Party and their families. And the train derailed. Look at it in 2008. I can't remember what month, but research it. I think it was like Tanram. Oh my God, I can't remember, but yep, research that. So you know what that means is God's in control. That's why he's putting us back in our faith again. He wants us to have faith in him, right? He doesn't want us to doubt him anymore, because we're doubters, right? Because look at our life. Like, look at our life, and we're like doubters. And he doesn't want us to doubt. We can't doubt anymore. We have to trust God fully. 100 million% just trust, because when you're in trust, you're in that alignment. You're in that alignment of protection. And they don't want you in that alignment of protection. That's why they send the gang stalkers and the flying monkeys and all that shit, right? So that way it takes you off the course, and it puts you where? In your emotions. They want you in your emotions, because your emotions do what? Get the best of you. So what God is teaching me is silence. Silence. Just watch, right? Just being silent. Just watch people, because as we ascend higher, our vibration is basically, our vibration is taken over, because we are disconnecting everything from truth, okay? Or we're disconnecting everything from the lies, and we're coming into truth. And so now when we are in truth, and if we're in truth fully 100%, our vibration, we're untouchable. We are untouchable, because they are still in a fragmented layer. They're still in the, you know, the primal and all the lower chakra energies, you know, excuse me. But that's what's happening now, is God is wanting you to now live in your faith. You should watch the Celestine Prophecy. If you want to watch a movie, watch the Celestine Prophecy. It's a very good movie, very good, because it's about, I'll just tell you what it's about. I'm not going to tell the ending or anything, but it's about God, and it's about being in the frequency and what it does for you. What it does for you and your life while you're in that frequency. Your life, when you're in that frequency, doesn't it just seem that like everything just aligns the way it's meant to? And like the lessons and the karma, like they no longer are there, right? Because you've already completed that cycle. Like you've completed it. And now you're able to level up. So we're almost to the end. We have detached so many layers from ourselves, cells, because our cells are active, our cells are alive, our cells are listening. And what you feed into your mind, into your soul, is going to be what creates your reality. So you have to come from where? Come from your heart. Come from your heart space, 100% heart space. No more the mind, because the mind is the, you know, the illusion. The mind's the illusion. The heart is the truth, because your heart is connected to what? God. What's earth? Switch it around. Heart, right? EARTH, HEART. It's literally our heart. Our heart is what's maintaining this matrix. Your heart is doing it. Man, I've been just channeling here. So, I don't know, just the message that I have for you guys. And sucks that I got the boot. I got the boot. They fucking booted me. All right. Well, you guys have a good night. I might come on later. I love you too. Stassi, I love you. I love you very much. And we got this. We are light warriors. I'm a fucking light warrior, and I call myself one. Even when I'm out there, I'm a light warrior. I fucking came here to distinguish the darkness and inflict my light into it. and code my light, because my light is so fucking powerful, and this is why they took me off of Facebook. Anyway, I trust in God. It's all gonna work out. I do want to keep talking, but I just want to make a long video. Maybe I'll come back on. Anyway, okay. Well, I love you guys, and I might be back.